family me throughout the years. Finally, thank you to my Madre Luz. Gracias por todos sus sacrificios y saber que sí se puede. Thank yous will never get old. They show the gratitude we have for the ones who've done so little or so much. It's our duty to show our compassion, even if it's through a simple thank you. We live in such a connected world, and what do we have to show for it? Instagram stories, tweets, and Snapchat streaks. Don't get me wrong, the 2018-2019 year has been memorable. Period. With the Queen Bee herself dropping her new Homecoming album, to witnessing the event of the century, the royal wedding of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry, along with seeing dance moves evolving from the floss to the shoot and now hitting the whoa, this year has been filled with excitement and change. Change. It's inevitable, and it's hard to accept that change is happening around us and within ourselves. I try to put a name on what I'm feeling, and it has to do with interest, denial, maybe fear of the unknown, of change. Vishdev once said, if you resist change, you resist life. Take today. We might not realize it at the very moment, but today marks a huge change in all of our lives. We're in transitioning from a town containing our entire life to the real world. We will feel a sense of loss as we leave behind the first 17, 18, or 19 years of life. But it's about growing up and finding our purpose. Growing up is understanding what eases our pain of loss. It might sound intimidating, but we should be excited. Robert Penn Warren gave a better definition of the word loss if looked at in a positive way. Loss, the process whereby the pain of the past and its pastness may be converted into the future tense of joy. We won't always have a silver lining behind every dark cloud, but that doesn't mean we should wait for the low-hanging fruit. Never settle for less, because at this time, in this life, we are capable to reach for more than just the stars. There will be people who will set expectations on us based on preconceived notions. As individuals of the society, we will tend to live in those expectations, rather than live our reality. As I stand before you, you see someone who is college-bound, maybe has life figured out, probably knows what they want, and assume my life is pretty awesome. However, that's far from the truth. At this time, I would like to share some of my realities that I faced throughout high school. Reality number one happened this year, out of all 4 years that happened senior year. There comes a time where you begin to blame yourself for the things that happen in the life of others. This past December, my parents separated. Instead of asking why, I began to blame myself. Was I the reason for it? Was I too much to handle? What did I do wrong? Was I not the child they wanted me to be? Was I doing too little or too much? What was wrong with me? Then I realized we can't always blame ourselves for the things that happen in the life of others. Nonetheless, blame someone else for what we've done wrong. Reality number two, when you fake a smile in front of a crowd of people, it's tough. During my sophomore and junior year, I faced the challenge of being alone and the thought of self-harm. It was a time where I felt I had no purpose, nor life had purpose. I could truly never express my feelings then. I always thought that being a closed book was better than being an open book, that my feelings shouldn't matter to anyone, because I was afraid to be vulnerable. Yet being vulnerable isn't a weakness. It's about taking the risk and learning from the experiences that come with it. This year taught me something else as well. I've learned that life is too short to worry about the things that are uncertain, and now I know a long life worth living is when you live in the moment with people who truly care. Reality number three, just because society defines us a certain way based on the negative outlooks and the labels that come with it, we can't deny who we are. So at this time, I'd like to share who I am. Son of 2 Mexican immigrants, first-generation American, first-generation college student, Latino, bi, single-parent household, low-income, mental health, but yet human. I bring this up to you to show that stereotypes are not our realities, especially with the great divide of opinion society has now. I wanted to share some of my life story because there will be realities that we all must face. Although we do not share the same adversities or been through the same obstacles, we do share the same sentiments. I know what it feels like to let someone down, to be let down, feel wanted, feel as if you don't belong, feel out of place. I share this with you in the hopes that you are all able and willing to understand that we're all human. We should never conform to what society has in us based on our labels and be belittled for being different. Instead, take pride in who we are. Reality is the best place to live in. Reality is where healing happens. In the honest light, you cannot be anything you want to be, but you can be a lot more of who you already are. When someone tells you you can't, picture yourself in the future saying this: they told me I couldn't, so I did. We have created something more within the 2 hallways we call our school. We've created memories at RSM through tears, laughs, heartbreaks, arguments, and smiles, and that will always be a part of us. Chanting together at the homecoming pep rallies, there were moments. Pulling an all-nighter for that senior memory book project or career portfolio was a moment. Losing and winning regional games were moments. Friday night lights were moments. Jamming out in the car with good friends were moments. Every up and down and everything in between was a moment. Today, graduation is a moment. You see, these moments have become our memories, and that's our life. I'm grateful and appreciate every memory what this school and this class has given me. Our school is truly the best little school in South Carolina. The relationships we have made will forever make us a Trojan and make saying goodbye so hard. Maybe we're not ready to say goodbye, but Winnie the Pooh once said, "How lucky am I that makes saying goodbye so hard?" The class of 2019 is truly the best class RSM has seen thus far. As freshmen, we said we can't wait for graduation. Look at us now. We're here. Every moment doesn't last forever. So before we begin wishing these few minutes away, let's live in this very moment. As we close one chapter in our book, another opens, and we should never be afraid to share our story. Although I cannot predict what the future holds for all of us or tell you how successful you'll be, I can say this. Life is weird, and I'm pretty sure we all know that. Life will throw challenges our way. We sometimes will question ourselves and begin to doubt who we are. We will receive messages from the universe and have the tendency to read them all wrong, and that's perfectly okay. Yet, when we receive these messages, I ask that you have an open mind and an open heart. We might not have the same story, but we all have a story that we shared through this journey we call life. In fact, class of 2019, we have 52 stories. It might sound cliche, but live a life worth living. Just imagine it, dream it, and do it. As I come to an end, graduates, may you all please close your eyes. Um, Audience, teachers, faculty, and board members, if you'd like to participate, you may. May you please close your eyes now. When I say a following statement and you feel that it pertains to you or it goes with you, please stand. If you've ever felt self-doubt or giving up, please stand. Eyes closed. If you felt a sense of being alone in a room filled with people, please stand. Eyes remain closed. If you felt that you failed at something, whether that be in academics, athletics, or service, please stand. If you felt that you let someone down or someone has let you down, please stand. For the graduates who remain sitting, I please ask that you stand up in respect for your graduates. Take a moment with your eyes closed. What do you see? Darkness. Now open your eyes and look around you. We've managed to rise up. With our eyes closed in darkness, we don't see what goes on in each other's lives. Instead, we see the resiliency of our outcome and rising up. Remember this, post venit venit lux. Latin translated into English, after darkness comes light. Thank you, RSM.
All right. At this time, we will begin the presentation of diplomas to the Ridge Spring Monetta High School class of 2019.
This is a very special time for our graduates and their family. Everyone would like to hear their graduate's name. We ask that you please hold your applause until all graduates have received their diplomas. Thank you. Malik Graquan Buckman. Alfredo Cabana Mendez. Dalton Wade Cockrell. Caleb Edward Corley. Connor Wesley Corley. Akara Takia Davis. Bailey Nicole Davis. Jarquez Deshawn Davis. Brenna Lee Edwards. Arade Figueroa Para. Brendan Devage Frazier. Johnny Brady Freeman Jr. Melvin Tamaris Gibson. Kayla Tamara Ginyard McDowell. Jennifer Gonzalez. Alexis Deasia Lee Gray. Arturo Contreras. Devon Lamar Harrison. Cheyenne Cecilia Hartley. Perla Yavana Hernandez Duarte. Kobe Kayon Jones. John Michael Layton. Saeed Alonzo Luna Gonzalez. Elizabeth Alicia McGuire. Oscar Martinez, Jr. Jonathan David Middlebrooks. Kelsey Teresa Moore. Yulissa Paola Munguia Nunez. Rico Antonia Norris, Jr. Kelson William Palmer. David William Parsons. Hunter Cody Palatti. Jada Maisha Chardonnay Destiny Putnam. Niaja Danielle Richardson. Jason Shaquille Robinson. Jason Andrew Rogers. Randy Rosales Jimenez. Herman Colby Samuels. Austin Nicholas Scott. Brianna Nicole Shepard. Alexis Nicole Smith. Chelsea May Smith. John Tyler Stone. Brett Alexander Timmerman, Jr. Melissa Ann Trejo. Jerry Tyron Tyler Jr. Andy Valencia. Jesus Valencia. Jose Esteban Valeriano. Brittany Lachey Waldo. Hunter Mackenzie Waters. Jaquan Tyreek Marquise Watkins.
I was so excited before. We had so many honor graduates. Melissa Ann Trejo, where are you? I'm sorry I missed you. Cum laude. Sorry, Melissa. Thank you for reminding me. If you all don't know Mike Rozier, for the last 4 years, or 3 or 4 years, Mike Rozier has made an extra effort to come out to the Ridge, no matter what we were doing. I would call him the night before for a signing, for athletics, for just anything we were doing, and he always takes pictures and videos and all kinds of stuff. So I'm waiting for Mike here because he's going to get some great shots of this amazing moment. Will the class of 2019 please rise? At this time, take your tassels and move them from the right side to the left side of your caps. The faculty has certified that these candidates have met all graduation requirements. By the power vested in me, Kyle Blankenship, principal of Ridge Spring Monetta High School, by Dr. Sean Alford, superintendent of Aiken County Public Schools, by the Aiken County Board of Education, and by the South Carolina Department of Education, I am entitled to confer upon these graduates their high school diploma with all rights and privileges. Congratulations, RSM class of 2019.
Right here. Before we leave, I would like for you all to also join me in recognizing the end of an era. Kyle Blankenship has done an outstanding job as the principal of RSM High School. It takes a lot to be a high school principal. It takes a lot. We appreciate him and his family and all they've given up to give to the students of this community. So, Mr. Blankenship, thank you, sir.